This is a fucking nightmare, this junction. There's people cut across, and they don't, and then there's people cut across, and there's people fucking don't leave you enough space when you're queuing here. They queue up away in the middle of the road. It's just... But anyway, never mind, stop moaning about that. So today we're going down to Dobbies Garden Centre. It's 46 minutes past 12. I always seem to be like in a mad panic when I'm going somewhere. Like, why don't you like prepare yourself properly? You know, and you don't, do you? You just land up getting in a mad panic and being late. I was trying to find my medication before I left the house. I couldn't fucking find it because I was supposed to take patches. This is a hormonal treatment. This is why you should never get gender reassignment. If anybody's watching this, don't fucking do it, because you'll be doing this for the rest of your life. And I hadn't really thought about it. And you have to do it because it affects your body, your hormones and hormone balance and everything. So really having that is a seriously detrimental operation to do in the grand scheme of things. However, it's up to you. If you want to do it, do it. But it's not, it's probably not a good idea. But you get like obsessed with it, don't you? And that's what happens. Yeah. So I'm in 5th gear. I'm doing 37 mile an hour. So should be 50 here, of course. Because green communism. Green communism is destroying our society. Right, so shut up about that. Yeah, so I'm supposed to take these hormone patches, and I haven't been taking them. I'm just pretty useless with medication, and sort of like, last minute, just as I'm leaving the house, I decide that's the moment when I'll go and get the medication sorted out, and I can't fucking find them. I don't know where they are. And I found some that I had from years ago, which are probably the wrong dose. Because I have high blood pressure, so the doctors were, well, they tell everybody over 50 you've got high blood pressure, don't they? Like, they try to get me to go into statins, and I don't want to do it. So I'm avoiding them. I'm avoiding the doctors. So it's a case of like, just avoid it until you really, at the end of the day, you've got. I seen this woman on Saturday at the car boot, and she started sort of taking some kind of meltdown because I was using bamboo in the log burner. I says, I'm using it to. It's kindling. Oh, it's treated. Well, it was more. She was more one of these kind of numpties that gets all alarmed, so that they feed off people like her because they go and tell her things, or she sees things on the internet, and she'll get all, you can't do that, It's like, it's just like, it's only a fucking light of fire. What do you mean treated? Treated with what? What do you think's going to happen? And, like they'll panic about that, right? But the thought of all the radiation and everything coming off 5G towers or an electric car or something, all that stuff, and that's perfectly normal. They don't care about that. But they start panicking if there's some little bit of, like, some wood's getting burnt, a little bit of treated wood or something. Start freaking out and having a mental breakdown. Anyway, right, so, blah, blah, fucking blah, right. I want to do a video about that doctor and the nurse. I'm glad I've stopped watching the far-right extremists who are spreading a false narrative, including Kevin O'Sullivan. Spreading a false narrative, upsetting numpties to spread hate is what they're doing. And they're journalists, they're supposed to report news, not spread hate. Fucking hell, I never thought I'd say spreading hate, because I believe in free speech, right? You should be able to say, yeah, you should. But also, if you're a journalist, you've got a duty to behave, well, to sort of loosely, because you're an accredited journalist, right? So you're part of, right, I'm changing the subject slightly here, but that clock, I want to do a clock theme. That road on the left is shut, right? Why? I don't know. Probably because they're putting a new bike lane in or something. Right, so the clock is part of the clock theme. Road on right closed. Ding dong. What's going on here? What the fuck are they doing there? What's going on? What's happening? What's happening in the rap lock? Yeah, the clock theme. I've moved on for once. It's the Western Arms Patterson clock, and I'm interested in the Christie clock, and also that one as well, which hasn't been knocked in or damaged. So it was like a clock theme of artworks that I'm thinking about. So I went around to Christie Clock last week, I was walking past it, and there was a BMW parked on the pavement. I thought, oh yes, that's what we want. Something about that. A new BMW parked on the pavement outside what remains of the Christie Clock, of course. Still call it a Christie Clock, even though they smashed it up. I mean, I could have done a better job of bringing that clock down than what Stirling Council did. The doctor and the nurse, yeah, I'm going to do a video about that. It's actually quite, because I get like upset if there's like an injustice going on, and there's an injustice going on there, definitely. There's an injustice going on against that doctor, from that nurse and from the right wing media. So you might ask yourself, well, what are you doing hanging around the right wing media? Well, because there's a lot of, in some ways I'm small c conservative. Blah 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 blah. Shut up, you Wally. I'm a classic liberal. Am I? I don't know if I am. I'm just weird. Industrial access systems, a Toyota Hilux. That is the ticket. Yeah, that's a ticket. Well, my friend's got one. These are great. Oh yes, and he knows all about them. Yeah, he had one. He still got the original one that he bought, which was 1992. No, 1990. Yeah. H-Reg Toyota Hilux, but it's rotten now, the one he's got. He's still got it. And he's had like 2 or 3 after that and just kept the original company cars. Right, so we're going to Dobbies today. That's where we're going. Dobbies Garden Centre. Yeah. So we're going Dobbies Garden Centre. We are going there. Right. So I don't know. Probably do some videos afterwards, knowing me, probably more than likely. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We froze.